Scouting bets week 13. Week 13. Week 12 is over. Week 12 was full of bad beats. Not gonna lie, week 12 was a slaughter. Just bad beats in week 12. We picked a couple good games, but a couple bad games. Just so close to winning. Bears -3, they win by 2. Eagles +5, they lose by 6. So, Texans get upsetted, but it was a couple close games, really close to being, a really profitable week, but just a couple bad beats. The Chargers sold us that week also. So, just a couple bad weeks, bad games, but, we picked good ones. The Bills, they came through. The under on the Patriots game, that came through. The over in the Vikings. Even hedging against the Colts +11, that came through. So, a lot of games came through, but just the right combination didn't work, which sometimes that's the biggest bet, just picking the right combination of games if you're picking multiple games. And unfortunately, I got burned that last week, but it's week 13. It's a new week, it's a new day. We have all the new games, all the new spreads for week 13. So I'm just going to shout out or just run through a couple of key stats in a few games, which you can get straight off the NFL website. This is all off the NFL website for week 13. So I'm just going to start. So first of all, Dolphins have allowed 17 points or less in 4 straight games. Interpret that however you want right now, and just letting you know, Mike Glennon, the GOAT Mike Glennon, will be starting in that game for the Giants against the Dolphins. So if you guys don't know, check out Mike Glennon. It's a fan page on Instagram. Check out Mike.Glennon. It's just a funny page, but just check that out. The GOAT Mike Glennon is playing that game for the Giants. The Texans have the 31st ranked run defense right now. I know the Colts lost. Obviously, everyone, like I knew, they would lose against the Bucs because Carson Wentz will throw a couple interceptions and make a few key mistakes for them to lose the game, which they did, which they definitely did. But against the Texans, that won't happen. They just got to run the ball. They just got to give the ball to Taylor and just let him do work. Colts should destroy the Texans in that one. Of course, Texans have the 31st ranked defense. Vikings have won 8 straight games versus the Lions. I don't think Dalvin Cook is going to play, but just letting you know, the Vikings have won 8 straight versus the Lions. This is all public knowledge right off the NFL website. Also, Eagles are 11-0. 11-0 versus the Jets. Okay? Cardinals are 6-0 on the road this season. They are undefeated on the road. No Kyler, no problem. Still, the Cardinals are banged up, but they are 6-0 on the road. Tom Brady, 9-0 versus the Falcons. Falcons, obviously, they're in no jeopardy of making the playoffs right now. Of course, the Bucs, they're chasing the Super Bowl right now. Tom Brady, 9-0 versus the Falcons. Another game, Seahawks. This looks like a trap game. It just seems too easy to take the Niners -3. Depending on where you get it, it might be 2.5, it might be 3, it might even be 3.5 for the Niners. But it seems so easy just to take the Niners because, listen, the Niners have been doing good. The Seahawks have been playing like garbage. Russell Wilson, he's clearly his hand is not the best right now. He's not fully recovered. Seahawks are not at DK Metcalf. Where are you? DK Metcalf hasn't been doing shit these last couple of games. But despite all of that, that's why it seemed like such a trap game. Like, Niners -3 versus the Seahawks. Niners should win that game, right? But just letting you know, the Seahawks have won 13 out of the last 15 versus the 49ers. Weird stats, but this is just things that you got to know. Sometimes if it looks too easy, it might be a trap. And there's been a lot of trap games this season. I've been burned by a few trap games, but just throwing some of these stats out there. The Chiefs have won 11 straight games versus the Broncos. Obviously, there's a lot of trends in this week versus, You have Eagles 11-0 versus the Jets. Cardinals 6-0 on the road. Brady 9-0 versus the Falcons. Chiefs 11 straight versus the Broncos. So there's a lot of streaks. There's a lot of Vikings won 8 straight versus the Lions. So there's a lot of streaks. Obviously, with this week, with these streaks, someone's gonna get burned. So it's just picking the right combination and avoiding that game to get burned. But there's a lot of streaks. There's a lot of tendencies, but it will get broken this week. It's just really just doing your own research and seeing which game is not gonna burn you this week. But money line right now, what I would have to take is, listen, the Lions don't have a single win. Until the Lions win a game, just ride the wave, guys. The Lions have been losing. They've been playing teams tough. You know, the Bears, they didn't cover last week, but listen, the Lions, they still have not won. If you want to tease it or whatever, go ahead. There's no Dalvin Cook in that game, but money line, I'm taking the Vikings. Cowboys right now, Thursday night game. COVID everywhere with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to play, but knee injury. CeeDee Lamb coming off a concussion. Amari Cooper, COVID. What else? McCarthy, he's not going to be coaching. There's just COVID everywhere in the Cowboys. This looks like an upset game. Cowboys Saints. No Mike McCarthy. The coach is not going to be there. It's a Thursday game, short week. But listen, the Saints, they don't have anyone. That's a tough game to call right there. If anything, and one thing you have to realize, it's November. Actually, no, it's December now. This is the time of the year where the Cowboys start to blow it, which you have seen. Cowboys haven't been playing good. They've been losing a couple of games. Short week, COVID, injuries everywhere. I don't know. I think the Cowboys still should win this game, but be alert. This is an upset game. Saints still have a good defense. Saints can still generate a pass rush. But it's you got to think the Cowboys should figure it out, but the Saints don't have anyone. They're down to their second, third string quarterback. I don't think Trevor Siemian is going to start in this game. But still, Saints are home though. But that's a Thursday game I'll stay away from. But despite all the negatives, I just think the Cowboys will still pull this out. I don't think they're going to blow them out. Cowboys might only win by a field goal and not cover and just screw everyone. That's my honest opinion, but I'm staying away from that Cowboys Saints game. If you want to, I would still put money on the Cowboys, but am I confident in the Cowboys late in the season? Absolutely not. But money line, I'll still take the Vikings to roll against the Lions. They don't have a win until the Lions beat someone. Just ride the wave. Just ride that wave. Bucks against the Falcons. I'm taking Bucks late in the season. Unlike the Cowboys, I'm gonna take the Bucks. Tom Brady late in the season. Chiefs. I mean, you gotta see it. Like the Chiefs are number one in their division right now. I know they started rough. I still believed in the Chiefs all season. There's been a couple of weeks I knew they would lose, just because of that defense. But I like the Chiefs, and I like teasing the over in that, just because I'm not 100% certain the Chiefs defense has been completely figured out. I know they've been playing better. The Chiefs defense have definitely been playing better. Broncos, they don't light up the scoreboard, but they definitely make key plays. They they'll hit a couple big plays or two. They have good defense. Broncos, I think they dropped 28 points last week. The Chiefs could definitely put up 20 plus. So I love teasing the over in that one, just because I'm not sold on Chiefs defense, and the Broncos, they can make plays. Colts, Texans, definitely love the Colts money line against the Texans. Eagles, Jets, I like the Eagles to bounce back. I don't know how they lost against the Giants, but it is what it is. They lost last week. And also, I'm taking the Dolphins. Mike Glennon is starting for the Giants. Look up Mike Glennon's stats. I like the Dolphins at home to beat the Giants there. And the 49ers, risky game. Definitely a risky game. You saw what I said there. Seahawks are won 13 out of 15 versus the Niners. Seahawks just got embarrassed by the Washington football team. But I still like the Niners there. Money line, if you want to risk it there. But it seems like that Niners game is a trap game. But these are all the games. And, of course, a lot of money right now is coming in on the Patriots. Listen, Patriots on a crazy win streak. With this season, how unpredictable it is, who knows? The Patriots with a rookie quarterback might make it to the Super Bowl. They have one of the best defenses in the league. They have to go on the road versus the Bills. Patriots, are you real and you can beat the Bills? You're legit on a Monday night. If you can run the ball, play defense, you can beat the Bills. I'm not putting money on it. A -3 spread. Bills are at home. I'm just gonna watch that game, but all the money right now is coming on the Patriots, and another team where all the money is coming on is the Bengals. All the Vegas money right now is coming on the Bengals. Listen, the Bengals just stomped out the Steelers. Chargers just lost. I know the Chargers Chargers seems like they're hit or miss team, just not consistent. One week they look good, one week they can't put up points. They lose to teams that they should beat. Bengals are definitely on the uptick, and Chargers are just kind of just treading water right now. But the crazy thing is both teams are in the playoff hunt. So this is a must win for both teams. Maybe getting that 6-7 seed, who knows, but definitely like the over in that one. If you tease, that's a game that I would definitely tease the over in, that Chargers-Bengals game. But let me just show you guys what I'm putting my money on for this week. So I just ran through some of those stats. I'm going back to the teasers just because in the beginning of the season, we won 7, 8, or 9 weeks in a row of hitting a teaser every single week. So I'm going back to that. I got burned on some of these spreads where if I had just teased it, I would have won. So I'm going back to what has been winning me money. I'm going back to the teasers. Vikings pick'em. I'm going to roll the dice on it. No Dalvin Cook. I know he got hurt. But Vikings do have a win streak against the Lions. The Lions don't have a single win. No spread. Vikings just got to do your job and beat a bad team. You don't want to be that first team that gets burned by the Lions. Eagles, same thing. You've been winning against the Jets every single year. I'm riding with the Eagles, and I'll take the Bucks late in the year, -4.5 against the Falcons. Tom Brady, listen, you always beat Matt Ryan. We know what you did in the Super Bowl to ruin Matt Ryan's day, basically ruin Matt Ryan's legacy. It's late in the year for the Bucks. They're making a playoff run. I like this 3-teamer right here, the 4.5. Do I wish I got the Bucks at -3? Absolutely, but I didn't. But at the end of the day, Brady, he beats the Falcons every single year. He beats them every single time they play. Falcons are decimated right now. At the end of the day, the Falcons, the Bucks are the better team defensively and offensively. That's a 3-teamer that I got right there. The next ticket I got is a 2-teamer, 7-point teaser of the Colts and the Chiefs. I ran down, the Chiefs won 11 straight versus the Broncos. Broncos got a good win against the Chargers, but are the Broncos that consistent team? No, they are not. I like the Chiefs. I like Chiefs late in the year. I think they figured it out. They're going to win in an ugly game, not a blowout, but they will win an ugly game and beat the Broncos this week. And Colts -2. Colts, listen, you face the Bucks. I knew you'd blow it against Tom Brady. Carson Wentz, I knew you'd throw a couple of interceptions like you would, and he did. But I definitely like the Colts this week against the Texans, -2. Texans have one of the worst run defenses. I know Tyrod Taylor is good, but you need a little bit more. I think the Colts definitely bounce back against a bad team. 2-teamer, Colts, Chiefs. 250 for 166. These are my 2 tickets for right now. And I got one last one. This is a 3-teamer. I got Dolphins +2.5. Ravens +2.5. And I'm taking the over in that Chargers-Bengals game because I see a lot of points. Overs and unders have been doing pretty good for us. It's just been some of these games with the spreads, just bad beats with missed field goals and coaches making stupid calls, or Lamar Jackson just having some weird sickness. But this is another one. Dolphins +2.5. Mike Glennon is starting. Giants, they got to win against the Eagles, but a couple of injuries in that one. I'm going Dolphins. Ravens versus the Steelers. The Steelers have completely fell off right now. Steelers, Big Ben, I don't know what's going on. You need to retire. God forbid you even attempt to play another game next season. But the Steelers are in a bad spot. They just got completely rocked by the Bengals. So I like the Ravens there, plus 2.5 against the Steelers. And, Chargers over. There's going to be a lot of points. I think the Chargers definitely bounce back. Denver Broncos, they have a pretty good defense. Okay, so, the Bengals, are they a top-notch defense? No. So I definitely see a lot of points. Bengals, they air it out. They have some home run hitters. They have Joe Mixon. Over 44 should be easy. But these are my bets for the week. Now, once again, couple of bad beats last week, but a couple of games did hit. The 7-point teaser have been our best play all season long. So really, guys, once again, mix and match however you want, but these are my plays for the week. These are the teams that I'm taking. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys are betting also for the week. Once again, hopefully we can bounce back this week with some winners. Scouting bets here. Peace. Like, subscribe, and keep supporting. Peace.